worst thing anyone's ever said to you?
I mean, I've had someone threaten to rape me. I've been threatened to have someone follow me home and do bad things to me to teach me a lesson.
The worst thing I would say has to do with race. A lot of them come up to me saying I've never done it with an Asian, as if we're just an ethnicity on a list that they can just tick off.
I've been whistled at, I've been honked at. This one man, can I say that in his exact words, he said, "I'd break the law for you any day," and he winked at me.
I was at the train station on the way to school, and there was this man that approached me, and he was saying he'll just like eat me out, and that he won't have sex with me fully because like I'm not ready for that.
How old were you when that happened?
I was 17.
Probably when I was 13.
It was recently, I was 13.
I would say from the age of about 11, which is when I started high school, I have experienced some form of street harassment.
So this morning, we're going to talk to Maya and Gemma Tutton. They are sisters. They are the founders of Our Streets Now.
What we're saying is that the law needs to change, that politicians need to speak out, and that we need kind of as a society to be putting in these measures against street harassment.
So this was summer, I think in year 6, so this was probably just a few months before I got street harassed for the first time. So I was walking down the high street in my town, and these two men in a white van slowed the car down and started making comments about my appearance and my body. So yeah.
And so that was the same year of the
Yeah,
incident
that would have been
this campaign?
Yeah. Hi guys, Gemma and Maya here.
We are asking you today to email your MPs, asking them to support the campaign. If you have a personal story of harassment as well, it'd be really powerful to share that with your MP and tell them that like this is a personal issue and that you think street harassment should be made illegal. Thank you.
Bye. Perfect.
That's perfect.
I feel like it's just been going on for so long, and now people are really standing up, and once one person stands up, then other people do as well. So
I think that was me too.
yeah,
I think it's just like we've got to the point that we're speaking out about it, and then I think once one person does, it's just like a flood of people saying this is not okay.
So I got followed home when I was 11 in my school uniform coming back from school, and they were saying crazy inappropriate things. I now just feel completely different about going outside, and I just had to kind of reflect on it and think, scary.
Street harassment makes me feel so many different emotions. The biggest one would be fear, obviously, but there's also shame because it makes you doubt yourself.
It made me feel quite uneasy, kind of unclean.
I think it needs to become a criminal offence. I think people need to be able to report street harassment when it happens.
Il s'agit de savoir si l'on fixe ce seuil à 13 ans, comme le demande le Haut Conseil à l'égalité.
Is a good start because it tells men not only that we don't like it, but it also puts in a risk for them to do so, and hopefully that will deter them from pursuing that behaviour.
I think it will put people off making others feel uncomfortable and intimidated in the street.
So it's the same as any on-the-spot fine. You know, if you drop a cigarette, likelihood is you're not going to get caught, but if you get caught doing it, you get fined. And I think that obviously that there is a problem with not every incident's being caught, but I think it's a really important statement to make, is to say, okay, so, you know, there's all these acts, the Public Order Act, the Protection from Harassment Act, but there is no specific law against street harassment.
I've had a lot of men who attempt to talk to me and start the conversation by asking where I'm from or calling me exotic. And then again, when I don't respond to that, then suddenly the conversation goes from, oh, you're so fit, to you're a dirty packy.
I feel like because my skin is quite dark and that's kind of like trendy now, that people kind of see me as like a black beauty, and they just like kind of want to, it's more of like an adventure or a discovery that they're looking at more than a person.
And what would you say to people who say that street harassment is a compliment or it's just flirting?
It's not. They're wrong. We're not dogs, so please don't whistle at us or call us like we're an animal, because we're not.
You are the generation that isn't going to put up with this. It's just not going to happen. But how do you keep up the momentum?
This needs to change. These are the facts, and these are the young women who are saying that this isn't an issue in their lives. And now this conversation needs to spread. I think we just need to drive home the message that this is having a really, really big impact, and I think MPs have got to act.
Girls and boys need to be educated. They need to be educated that it's not okay. They need to be educated that it does happen and that you don't accept it. It's not actually a compliment.
I'd like to see more discussions and less of feeling that subjects like this are taboos, because at the end of the day, this is real life. And if it can happen to me, like whether I'm on the way to a party, whether I'm on the way to a house, then we should be able to have an open conversation about it and discuss it, because it's not right and things need to change. And change always starts with a conversation.
And the name of your campaign is Our Streets Now, and congratulations to you both for doing it. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. That was Maya and Gemma Totten.
Do you think your generation is the generation to put a stop to sexual harassment?
The path to gender equality is always like 2030, 2045, 2050, and actually, no. Actually, you know, we can do something now. France has shown that this works now, and why can't we just introduce a policy which will just make it very, very clear to anyone who wants to harass, and make it very clear to the women as well that they can turn around and say, that's illegal, mate. That you actually can't do that. And if you do it again, I will report it.